South Africa's 2-0 series win against Sri Lanka at home has reduced what was 5-team contest to what is now effectively a three-way race to Lord's final next June. New Zealand squandered their outside chances thanks to the two defeats to England at home following their 3-0 series win over India, while Australia and India tussle what seems like a knockout clash between the two to take on hot favourites South Africa. Here is how it looks for the three teams in contention. The Proteas turned their WTC campaign on its head with their fifth successive win after having just a solitary win in their first 5 matches, and they currently sit at the top of the table with 63.33%. One win against Pakistan is all they need for a ticket to Lord's, while 2 wins could see them most likely topping the table. If they lose both tests to Pakistan, they could most likely miss out, as both India and Australia can finish above them, as can Sri Lanka if they beat Australia 2-0. As South Africa play fewer games compared to the other sides in contention, the net effect of a win or loss affects the PZT much more than other sides. Australia were temporarily back to top of the charts after their thumping 10 wickets win in Adelaide, but have dropped 1 place down after South Africa's win in Border-Gavaskar. 2 wins out of 3 remaining tests against India should give them insurance from the nature of the series scoreline in the 2 tests in Sri Lanka. In the event of Border-Gavaskar trophy ending in a 2-2, Australia will need at least 1 test win in Sri Lanka to finish above India and not depend on South Africa's result. If Australia lose 2-3 to India, they will need to win both the tests in Sri Lanka to progress without depending on South Africa's result. The 2-time WTC finalists find themselves in a precarious situation following a run of 4 defeats in their last 5 tests after topping the table for most of the first half of the cycle. For India not to depend on other results, they will need to win at least 2 and draw the other of their 3 remaining games in Australia to give them insurance against a 2-0 win for Australia in Sri Lanka. If India wins the Border-Gavaskar trophy by a 2-1 margin, Australia can still finish ahead of them if they beat Sri Lanka 2-0, as can South Africa if they win 1 more test. If the scoreline against Australia ends 2-2 and both the test between Australia and Sri Lanka ends in a draw, both India and Australia will be tied on 55.26%, with India progressing by virtue of more series wins. But if Australia gains anything more than 8 points in Sri Lanka, then they will finish ahead of India's 55.26%. A series defeat by any margin would end India's hopes of a 3rd consecutive final appearance, irrespective of their remaining results.